You think the laser industry is just about cutting metal? Think again. In 2026, it's a high-stakes game of survival where one wrong move costs billions. We call it the Great Realignment. Today we're tearing down the balance sheets of the three biggest players to see who's actually making money and who's just burning it. Before we look at the wreckage, let's look at the battlefield. We have three companies, three different DNAs, and one massive global headache. This isn't just a business update, it's a survival guide for a market that has forgotten how to stay calm. Look at this. This company looks solid, right? But look closer. We found a hole in their pocket the size of a crater. Between 29% exposure to a shaky China market and a price war that feels more like a race to the bottom, these titans are walking through a minefield. The margin erosion we're seeing? That's not a glitch. It's a scream for help. Let's talk resilience. If these companies were contestants on a reality show, MKSI would be the one with the hidden immunity idol. Why? Because they aren't just selling lasers, they are the backbone of the AI world. Meanwhile, look at LASR. Their revenue is jumping 31%, but they're still technically in the red. Growth is great, but you can't pay rent with potential. China used to be the golden goose. Now, it's more like a golden anchor. Geopolitical friction is basically a direct tax on their wallet. IPGP saw 120 basis points of their profit just vanish into thin air because of tariffs. Moving a factory to Poland sounds fancy until you see the bill for the moving truck. Look at the divergence here. The industrial laser market is basically flatlining at 0.3% growth. It's a snooze fest, but defense? That's up 60%. In 2026, selling a laser to cut a car door is a tough gig, but selling a laser to knock a drone out of the sky? That's where the big boy money is. In Asia, they call it involution, a competition so intense everyone loses. How do you fight it? You build a moat. IPGP is building theirs with raw power. MKSI is making themselves so complex that if you remove them, the world's AI production stops. And nLIGHT? They've got the ultimate keep-out sign, classified government contracts. Vertical integration is like owning the farm, the tractor, and the grocery store. Sounds great, right? When times are good, your profits are huge because you don't pay a middleman. But when nobody wants to buy corn, you're stuck with a very expensive tractor and a lot of rotting vegetables. That's IPGP's 74% manufacturing workforce, a massive bill that comes due every month, regardless of sales. MKSI isn't just a laser company. They are the air that AI breathes. Without their vacuum controls and chemistry, your next GPU wouldn't exist. They are surrounding the wafer. If AI is a gold rush, MKSI is the guy selling the only shovels that don't break. IPGP is the old guard. They are the gold standard for power. But even the king has to adapt. They're pivoting to EV battery welding. Because if you can't beat the price war in handheld cutters, you move to the high-tech stuff, where precision is worth its weight in gold. nLIGHT is currently the star pupil of the defense world. They grew 60% in directed energy. Translation: they make the beams that burn things from far away. They're losing money on paper, but their bank account has more cash than last year. In Silicon Valley terms, they're scaling the wall. Time for a roommate check. IPGP is the roommate who has zero debt and a huge savings account, super safe. MKSI? They have a $4 billion credit card bill. Enough to buy a Tesla for every single person in a small city. They're betting the house on the AI cycle. If it hits, they're legends. If it misses, it's a long way down. Warning: this chart should keep CEOs awake at night. Inventory levels are climbing while demand is cooling. It's like a restaurant pre-cooking 500 steaks and then realizing only 5 people are coming for dinner. Someone is going to have to eat that cost. MKS: I already threw away $45 million worth of steak this year. So what's the plan? H1 is all about escaping the tariffs. H2 is when MKSI tries to pay down that massive credit card bill. By Q4, we'll see if those Star Wars lasers from nLIGHT are actually being deployed. This isn't a sprint, it's an obstacle course. The final verdict? 2026 isn't about who grows the fastest. It's about who doesn't sink. We say, buy MKSI for the AI gamble, hold IPGP until the world starts building things again, and overweight nLIGHT for that sweet, sweet defense protection. Want the full-page data dump behind these slides? Head over to HDINResearch.com or email our team. We don't just watch the market, We take it apart to see how it works. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay resilient. See you in the next one.